Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we had deployed our Node.js server on the Vercel and we get the deployed URL of our Node.js applications. Okay, and after that, whenever we copy this is our what do you call this is our domain base domain, and we had created this API called /API/discover image. So whenever we hit on this API, if we had already created some data, so we will get that data like images and the total pages and the current page. Okay, and the next thing which the next API which we had also worked on, that is called generate image. So instead of having I'm gonna just copy this domain, like copy this base URL, and inside this okay, let me create a okay, and here I'm gonna just have a /API/generate image. Okay, we had created this endpoint. You can see that on the code base we had created the image routes, and inside that we are having called generate image. Okay, and inside this body we're gonna send some body generate image of what generate image of Japanese human. Okay, and whenever we click on send or hit, so it will make a API request and it will generate an image. Okay, but right now the is get fetch failed because the reason behind is that our Supabase server has been stopped due to we are not using from last 7 days. So let me first of all turn on my Supabase project once again. On the Supabase, the project which I created, the project has been paused because it was inactive from the last 7 days. So what we have to do, we have to click on restore project. So first you have to log into Supabase, click on this, and after that restore project if it's like you are not using from the last 7 days. Okay, so it will restore the project, and after that we can use this project. Now as you can see that our Supabase project has been started running back again. The thing is that with the Supabase that it will get paused after the 7 days if it's inactive. So you can see that now if I hit a generate image of Korean human, so if I click on send, what is gonna do, it will generate an image quickly. So let's wait for a few seconds and let me open this image URL. So let me copy this image URL and let's open it on the browser. So if I hit on the browser, you can see that it generated a beautiful Korean image girl. Okay, now so we can see that whenever we generate an image, so it went to this discover image API. So if I hit send again, so we get that all the image like generate image of Korean woman. Okay, so our API has been working perfectly. Now the next thing which we gonna do in this video, guys, that is called integrating the APIs and making our app functionality working. Okay, so first thing which we have to do on that is called on the home screen. So if you see that, let's go to the home screen. So inside this app.tsx we are having called home screen. So let's go to the home screen component. Okay, let's go to the home screen quickly. Okay, here you can see that a home screen component. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will click on home screen and let's go to the home screen quickly, and after that you can see why it's not going. Okay, now we are on the home screens, and here we have to make the stuff dynamic, right? So as you can see that inside the screens we are having a home screen component, and here we have to integrate that all the APIs call and so on. Okay, so first of all to make the API call, I'm gonna use Axios. Okay, so to use the Axios, we're gonna go on the browser. Okay, and we're gonna search a command npm I Axios, npm Axios. Okay, node package manager Axios. Click on this Axios. After that you have to copy this command. Okay, once you copy this command, let's go back to the code, and here you're gonna install the npm Axios. Okay, meanwhile it's installing the Axios, we're gonna start implementing the functionality. So let me make this smaller, this folder structure, and here okay, let me reinstall my app as well by pressing the A. Okay, so first of all what we gonna do, we're gonna make one function. So whenever we use a click on generate, it will get called. All right, so I'm gonna create one function called generate handle generate image. Okay, which will be an async function, and which is gonna be like looking like this. Okay, inside that we're gonna have a try catch block like this. Okay, and the first thing which we're gonna write const response, we're gonna get the response await. I'm gonna write await, and I'm gonna import the axios. So I'm not gonna import the axios like this. Okay, let's import it like this. We can make a axios instance as well, but I'm gonna use it like this, await axios. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing, guys. Instead of using a direct axios instance, I'm gonna create one utils files, and we're gonna use that by setting up the base URL. Okay, so I'm gonna just comment this line of code. Okay, and inside this directory we're gonna go to the utils, and here I'm gonna create one file called api.js. okay, once I create a file called api.js, here we're gonna write what, const base URL. What is our base URL? The base URL is this one. This is our base URL. Copy this base URL. You can also get this base URL from like watching my existing video, last video, where I mentioned that this is the base URL, and I'm gonna also add a slash API. Okay, you can see that the base URL look like this, const base URL and this slash API. After this, we're gonna write const API is equal to what, axios. I'm gonna import the axios dot create. Okay, and inside this we're gonna pass one parameter that is called base URL, and we're gonna pass this value base URL. Okay, and after that we're gonna pass headers. Headers will be what, content type application.json. That is normal, like you can ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it, but you can pass it headers content type application.json. This will also works. Okay, and after that we're gonna have export. We can directly export it like this, export const API. After this, copy this API name and go back to the image handle generate image, and here we're gonna import the API. At the place of axios, I'm gonna import api.get slash what, slash generate image. So it will be like generate image. So you can see that we are not writing the whole URL, we are just writing the generate image. The reason behind is that we had already inside this API instance, we had already defined our base URL along with the slash API. Okay, we had already defined the base URL along with the API. That's why we are just defining the endpoint, because on this API endpoint we had already defined the base URL. All right, now after this we're gonna get the data, like it will be basically a prompt. So we're gonna pass the prompt, right, and we're gonna pass that this payload. What is the payload look like? Let me show you in the postman. Generate image, where is that? My bad. Discover image, not discover, I'm talking about generate image. So if you see this is the API, and inside the body we have to pass this payload, right? So we're gonna pass this body, and inside this body we can pass like this. Okay, but I'm gonna do something other way, that will be like this, and inside this we're gonna pass what, prompt. We have to pass the prompt like this. So we get the prompt from the top, and we can pass it like this. If the key and value is same, so you don't have to write the value again, but yeah, I'm just writing for you guys. Okay, now after this let's minimize the postman, and we're gonna make the loading state and other state. So const is loading, set is loading. So whenever we hit the API, so we're gonna make our set is loading as a true, and once we get the response we're gonna make the set is loading as a false, like this. And if there is any error come up, so you have to also make this set is loading as a false, and we're gonna show a toast, we can show some kind of the image generated kind of toast.android. So let's add that as well, toast android dot show, like this, and we're gonna have something went wrong. Okay, we can have a this toast if there any error come up, and we can have a toast again, toast android dot show image generated successfully. Okay, this is all the stuff which we can do, and The next thing, before running the API call, we're gonna check that if prompt dot length, if there is not length, if prompt doesn't have any length, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna check that okay, first we can see a prompt is a string, so we're gonna check that if prompt doesn't have length, then we're gonna return it. And also we're gonna have a toast and one toast android message, toast android dot show. What we're gonna show that, please enter the toast, please enter the prompt, please enter the prompt to generate the image. Okay, so we got some error, accepted 2 argument but got 1, so we have to pass a 2 argument. The second argument is like duration, so let's pass the second parameter, that is called toast android dot what, a sort, toast android dot sort kind of. Again here as well, we're gonna pass this second parameter as well to the all the toast whatever place I'm using this toast, so comma after this message, comma, and add this message and this place as well. Okay, now after this we're gonna call this function on generate image. So let's scroll down, where is our button? Yeah, where's the button? Yeah, there we have a button, generate button, touchable opacity, and here we have a generate button. So here we're gonna write what, on press, on press we're gonna call this handle generate image button. And after that what is next? So if I write something, let me write something, generate an image. So if you can see that there is a cross icon but it doesn't working, right? So let's update, let's work on that later, but let's see that are we getting the image or not. So first of all, I'm gonna remove this image URL quickly and make it null kind of, so this girl gets removed from the UI. Okay, now you can see that we are getting this kind of UI, and once we generate the image, we get the response, and we're gonna set the image, set image what, my bad, control Z, set image will be what, response dot data dot image. So you can see that we are getting what, again let me hit this API. So we are getting a response dot data dot image link, I think image URL. So we're gonna add a image URL, not image, it should be image URL, response dot data dot image URL. You can also have a console to check exactly what is the response dot data is coming. Response is here, and we can have a response dot data to exactly to check what exactly the data is coming up. Okay, now let's go and let's reload the app, and here we're gonna run one prompt, what, generate an image of a billionaire. Okay, so we're gonna click on generate. Once we click on generate, I can't see anything, right? That's crazy. So first of all, we have to also maintain a one loader state, so we could be aware of that the API call is happening. Okay, so as you can see that we had created this loading state, but we are not using it anywhere exactly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this is loading state and make the terminal smaller for now, and where we have okay, here we are having is loading state. Oh, we are already, so let me click again on generate. So you can see that something went wrong. Okay, we hit an API generate image of billionaire, and once we hit that, we are getting something went wrong. That's crazy. Exactly. So you can see that object letter may only be specified prompt object is just okay, and you can see the API dot, okay, my bad, it should be we are using a, here you can see that API dot get request we are making, but if you see on the postman, it's a post request, that's why it doesn't generate the image. So again we're gonna update with API dot post, and I'm gonna hit generate. Now it started loading and loading and loading, and let's see. So you can see that we got an image generated successfully, and we got this image. How crazy is it, guys? Really. So this part is functionality, like finally our image generator functionality is working. That's insane. What do you think, guys? Okay, Now the next thing which we're gonna work on, that this one, when you click on clear this icon, clear, so this prompt should be get clear, right? So let's scroll down and let's check it out. Where is that icon? This is the close icon, and here on this button on press, what we're gonna do, we're gonna call this one function handle clear prompt. Okay, we're gonna copy this command handle clear prompt, and here what we're gonna do, const handle clear prompt, and we're gonna write like this. And you can see I make a typo again, it should be a const like this, and we're gonna make that set prompt, oh my, set prompt as a null or is empty string. Okay, now if I type something here, generate, and let's click on this. Oh, it's crazy, it's working, right? Okay, now as you can see that this generate image functionality is working now. Let's again generate an image of actress Indian. Okay, now let's click on generate. So you can see that it started loading. How crazy is it looking, guys? What do you think, guys? This is looking amazing, and it's generated the image, and we can download the image, we can share the image, and many more other stuff, copy the image URL and so on. So we are done with this first module, generate image functionality. So if you are guys facing any issue while doing this functionality, please let me know. This is really crazy and insane things. Like, this is one of the most crazy functionality our application. So if you guys facing any issue, just let me know. Okay, now there's one more thing which I just wanted to know you guys, that please visit 0degree coder.in. I'd already dropped this link on the description box, and please check out, please visit 0degree.in, and please support us by buying any our courses. This is very cheap, like, this is very less price course. You can also buy this music player course, which is gonna make your profile to the next level. So would love to suggest you guys, if you wanted to learn, please buy this course. Okay, so far in this video, what we had completed in this 19 video, we had integrated the generate image generate image API. Okay, and in the next video, integrated the generate image API, and the next video we're gonna work on this discover image functionality. I think that's also gonna be a really straightforward. So yeah, let's catch up in the next video. Please let me know if you guys have any question. Thank you. Bye.